You've probably scanned hundreds of QR codes at cafes, airports, shopping malls, and even while making payments. They look like nothing more than a random collection of black and white squares. But hidden inside that tiny pattern is carefully organized information that your phone can understand almost instantly. So, how does it actually work? At first glance, it just looks like a random collection of black and white squares. But it isn't random at all. Hidden inside this tiny pattern is carefully organized information, packed together in a way that your phone can understand almost instantly. To see how that's possible, we need to go inside the QR code. Welcome inside the QR code. What looked like random black and white squares from the outside is actually a perfectly organized system. Every square has a specific position. Every pattern has a purpose. And together, they create a language that your phone can read in less than a second. Before reading any information, your phone has one important job. It has to find the QR code itself. These three large squares, called finder patterns, act like visual landmarks. They instantly tell the camera where the QR code is, how it's rotated, and exactly where decoding should begin. It is only the first step. Now the phone needs to locate every tiny square with incredible precision. That's where the timing patterns come in. They work like a measuring grid, helping the phone map every data block, even if the QR code is viewed from an angle. Now the phone knows exactly where every square is, but not every square is the same. Many of these tiny blocks are actually data modules, each storing a small piece of information. Alone, they don't mean much. Together, they form a complete message your phone can understand. So how does a tiny square store information? It all comes down to binary, the language every computer understands. Each data module can represent either a 1 or a 0. By combining thousands of these tiny decisions, a QR code can store a website, a payment link, contact details, or almost any digital information. A single 1 or 0 doesn't mean much on its own, but when thousands of them are grouped together in the correct order, they become meaningful data. The phone follows strict decoding rules to translate these patterns into something useful, like a website, a payment request, or your contact details. In just a fraction of a second, your phone finishes decoding the information. Depending on what's stored inside, it might open a website, start a payment, connect you to Wi-Fi, save a contact, or launch an app. What began as thousands of tiny black and white squares has now become something instantly useful. Here's something surprising. Even if part of a QR code is scratched, dirty, or missing, it can often still be scanned successfully. That's because QR codes are designed with built-in error correction, allowing your phone to recover missing information instead of giving up. So how does the phone recover information that's no longer there? When a QR code is created, it doesn't just store your data. It also stores extra backup information. If part of the code is damaged, the phone uses these hidden clues to reconstruct what's missing, almost like solving a puzzle with a few missing pieces. Not every QR code is built the same. Some store a small amount of backup information, while others store much more. The more backup information a QR code contains, the more damage it can survive. That's why many companies can safely place their logo in the middle of a QR code and it still scans perfectly. Before your phone reads a single piece of information, it first figures out exactly how the QR code is positioned. Those three large corner squares act like landmarks, allowing the phone to recognize the code's angle and orientation almost instantly. That's why you can scan a QR code from almost any direction, even if it's tilted or upside down. Next, the phone uses these alternating black and white lines called timing patterns. Think of them as a ruler. They help the phone calculate the exact position of every tiny square inside the QR code. Once the grid is complete, the phone knows exactly where every piece of information belongs. But what if the QR code isn't perfectly flat? That's where the alignment pattern helps. It allows the phone to recognize and correct small bends, angles, and distortions. Even on curved packaging, the phone can still read the QR code accurately. Now the phone begins reading the QR code's tiny black and white squares. Each small square represents digital information. By reading thousands of these tiny patterns in the correct order, the phone reconstructs the complete message almost instantly. Here's something remarkable. Even if part of the QR code is covered, scratched, or damaged, your phone can often recover the missing information. That's because QR codes store extra backup data using a technique called error correction. It's one of the reasons QR codes are so reliable in everyday life. Once the QR code has been decoded, the phone finally understands the information hidden inside. That information could be a website, a Wi-Fi password, a payment request, a contact card, or even a simple text message. The black and white squares were never just a picture. They were a compact way of storing digital information. Each one of these tiny black and white squares stores a small piece of digital information. A single QR code contains hundreds or even thousands of these tiny data modules working together. The more modules a QR code has, the more information it can store, all within a surprisingly small space. Not all QR codes are the same size. A simple website might need only a small QR code. But when there's more information to store, the QR code becomes larger by adding many more tiny data modules. More modules mean more storage, while still using the same scanning process. Today, QR codes have become a part of everyday life. From buying your morning coffee, to catching a train, ordering food, discovering new places, or connecting to Wi-Fi. The same simple pattern of black and white squares quietly helps millions of people every single day. Every time you scan a QR code, you're doing something remarkable. In less than a second, a simple pattern of black and white squares connects the physical world to digital information. And while each scan may seem small, billions of these connections happen every single day, quietly powering the world around us. Until next time, stay curious